we moved here from Edmonton 10 years ago, and there was an old fence at the time. And I guess we're on a bear route. I didn't know till recently, obviously, but we're on a bear route. So the bear comes in the south side from the river, exit the north side of my yard to the street. And so I kind of patched up this old fence, but then a bear came along and just kept punching holes in it. I would fix it, he would punch holes, so then I just stopped fixing it.
Okay.
But about 6 weeks ago, we put in a brand new fence, a nice cedar 8 footer. And I thought he would either find another route or climb it or something. But no, within 2 days, my wife and I are sitting there watching Netflix, and I just see probably about 7 at night, and I just see the cedar planks disappearing, run out the board. The bear's just smacking them out one by one. He's going through. So we're standing around going, okay, I've got a brand new fence. I'm not just gonna leave it open. Or leave the panel out. So at first I put in a 3 foot by 3 foot opening. I just framed it in. But then I realized my dog and other dogs can kind of come and go as they please. So I think it was my wife or my kids were like, oh, let's put in a doggy door, like, but for the bear. And we all kind of laughed that was crazy. And I'm like, oh, I got a Saturday. It's not raining. I'll put in the door. And hinges from Rona didn't work, so I put in some copper pipe up top. And then I set one of my Arlo security cameras just right above it. Just we're thinking this is a long shot. This is never going to work. My friend sent me that bear crossing sign. It just showed up from Amazon on my door, so I pinned that up. Again, this is just a joke, and this will never work. Put the camera up, and then so we wait. And about 2 weeks later, the video that you're showing now, the bear comes down the driveway and goes through it like he's done it 1,000 times. And I sent that video to my neighbor. I'm like, holy crap, like this worked. I sent it to my neighbor who's on the other side of the fence, and they're friends with the Bear Society. So the Bear Society asked for it. Yeah, no problem. They put it on their Instagram, and then from there, like kaboom,
Yeah.
it's gone. And so I've got three girls at home, and teenagers. So we're watching this. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on TikTok. Social media is not my thing. But this thing's exploding, and then global North Shore news phones, then global news phones, then CBC national phones. And then Friday, I did 3 interviews with CBC downtown Vancouver for radio in Victoria, Kelowna, Vancouver. And then watching this thing on TikTok between a couple of places, it's like over 4 million views.
Yes.
And my daughters and I and my wife were just like, what is going on? Like, this is a bear door. Like, and it was a total fluke. We did not think it was going to work. And it was really funny. I think it was Thursday when we were watching Instagram after Global News posted it. And it was at like 950,000. My girls come home from school. They're in my home office. We're like, wow, this is going to make 1 million. We're standing there. It crosses 1 million. Then we're kind of jumping around and hugging each other. And then we're like, Kate, now what do we do? Like, do we live differently? Do we phone someone? Like, what
Yeah.
happens? Like, this is just brand new.
You
They're
come
not
on
big
Real
social media
Talk.
people either. It just exploded.
This is unbelievable stuff. So our live chat's loving it right now. But people do have questions.
Sure.
Some people are going, well, hang on a second. How long until the dog figures this out and the dog gets lost on a big adventure? What does this door weigh? And are your dogs using it too?
No, so it weighs about 20 pounds, but
Oh,
my
okay.
dog has full reign in the backyard. He does not have full reign in the front yard where this bear door is. But he gets out sometimes when we're unloading groceries or doing life stuff. He gets out. So he knows it's there, my dog. He's tried to push it open and hasn't. Because even if he could get it open, that thing's gonna pinch him pretty good if he tries to go through. So the dog doesn't have access. We've had people say, well, your kids are out there. Is this dangerous? No, we've been here 10 years. The bears come through 2 or 3 times a week from June to November. They've never bugged my kids. We used to have chickens. They never bugged the chickens, never bugged dogs.
Really?
They just want food. They want easy food. They don't want to fight. They don't want to argue. But also, they're stubbornly, you're not going to knock them off their route.
Clearly, they've busted up your fence multiple
Yeah.
times. Yeah, I was going to
Yeah.
ask you if you get a little bit nervous about, like, we're showing this amazing video you've provided from your security cameras, and I can imagine, like, is this nocturnal activity? Is it usually at night? Is there a chance you're bringing out the garbage and you run into this? What is that bear? It looks like a 500-600 pound bear.
Yeah, it's a bit. Well, again, like coming from Spruce Grove, there's never bears unless you're in Jasper or Banff.
Right.
But moving here, bears are a regular occurrence, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. This one's walking down the street. knocking over the garbage bins, knocking over the compost bins.
Wow.
Like it's very, very normal. But you've got the two extremes. People leave garbage out to attract them. They get their hand slapped. And then you get the other extreme. People are scared and they're calling the conservation people at every time they see the bear.
Yeah.
We're kind of happily right in the middle. We love seeing the bear in our yard. We don't leave food out. It's never bugged my kids or my dog. But we don't want it. We want it there. We want it to go through our yard. And so we built the bear door. We can't believe it worked. And we want him to keep using the route.
Tracy has a very good question. You keep saying the bear, like singular, the bear. Is it the same bear every time, or has he told all of his friends?
So there's a few different bears over this summer. He's the main one that we see. And I mean, he's not, I don't know if he's tagged, but he's the same size, same mannerism, same attitude. There's a couple other bears that are a bit smaller, a bit faster. But this is the guy we've seen for the last probably 18 months pretty regularly.
Wow, unbelievable. Is it true that you've been approached by someone that is maybe interested in marketing this and monetizing this? And could you be onto something, do you think? Or is it a bit of a niche market?
Yes, very much so. Very much so. Yeah, we got contacted by someone out of New York that wants to promote it to the big media. And so there's an agreement you can sign for a certain percentage. And again, like we're brand new to this. Like we're not a private family, but we're not really on social media. And so we're just like, we're still in a bit of a daze that this is even still such a big deal, because we thought we just keep waiting for it to die down and you get your 12 minutes of fame and then enjoy it and then so be it. But it's still going, it's still building, people are still phoning. And here we are talking to you.
Yeah, here you are. Lauren's wondering if you've named the bear, if your kids have named the bear.
I can't repeat that name unless you're going to beep it out.
You can say whatever the fuck you want, buddy.
I named him Fat Ass.
Fat Ass.
He's big.
Yeah.
He's just got a big butt, and that's why we did the 3 foot by 3 foot opening. It's a big opening.
I love it. Dwayne says, kudos, you learned to grin and bear it. Blah, blah, blah. How about this from Kimberly? She's not wrong. Says you got to learn to coexist when you live in bear country. And Cheryl, I love this. Cheryl goes a little bit meta on this. She says, what an amazing way to show how we can find pathways to peace and ways to coexist without dominating and controlling others. What a great comment.
Absolutely. It's been like, I go through Instagram and TikTok and I read all the comments. And it's most of them are positive. Most of them are pretty funny. My favorite compliment, or some guy tried to, just compliment our family. And the best one so far was, I hope this guy's pillow was cold on both sides every night, or something along the lines of the comfort of a cold pillow every night. I laughed. That was my favorite.
Well, honestly, man, I haven't stopped smiling since I heard about this story, and I just think it's absolutely wonderful. I think it's hilarious that the bear uses it. Like it's like someone. I told someone that you were coming on the show yesterday, and they go, "Did he train the bear to use the door?" I go, "How's he going to train the bear?" No, he didn't train the bear. It's just such a great story. No wonder millions of people have loved it.
The bear sign's there. He puts his paw right on it and pushes on the bear sign. Like it couldn't be more perfect, more choreographed, but it's complete fluke, complete fluke. But that panel where he goes through, that's his route. Like not 6 feet to the left or 6 feet to the right there. And that's why we put it there. That's his route. So he just followed his route, put his paw on the bear sign, and got his butt through there, and away we go.
This is easily my favorite news story of 2024, and I'm almost prepared to drop the gavel there. Curt Scheewe, shout out for this. Thanks for everything you did to make us smile. Keep up the great work. We'll check in a year, see how it's going.
Yeah, let's do it. Thanks, Ryan.
All right, brother. That's Curt Scheewe, an Alberta boy, joining us from his new home in North Vancouver, BC, the Bear Door.